All right. What is going on, everybody? Gonna make a little video for you guys today. I wanted to talk about future matchups for Peyton Talbot. Now that he's defeated Henry Cejudo, and then I have two little other things I want to go over as well, which we'll get to later in the video. But first, let's talk about bantamweight. I can just focus on that. Can I just only have bantamweight up? No. I have all these other guys in the way. Can I click on this? No. That's kind of annoying. Anyways, Rob's number 1, Umar number 2, Sean O'Malley's number 3 now. Corey Sandhagen number 4, Song Yadong number 5, Davison Figueroa number 6, Sami Zahabi number 7, Marlon Vera 8, Mario Batista number 9, David Martinez number 10, Rob Font at number 11. Peyton Talbot coming in at number 12 now. Vinicius Oliveira is now at 12 as well. I think it should be 13 UFC. Idiots. Kyler Phillips and Marcus McGee, my boy, all the way at number 15. He will rise up the rankings though, Marcus McGee. But anyways, Peyton Talbot is now sitting at number 12 in the rankings, which is not too bad of a spot, to be completely honest, because then he's looking at guys around in that 6 area, I would say. So we got Rob Font, we got David Martinez, Mario Batista, Marlon Vera, Eamon Zahabi, Davison Figueiredo. UFC now, they could give him a Corey Sandhagen. That is very possible, especially scheduling wise. If it works out, they could give him Corey Sandhagen. But I think it'd be more likely one of these guys. Now, against Rob Font, I think that would be a pretty favorable matchup for Peyton Talbot. Both are going to be striking. Rob Font's been looking pretty slow for the most part in some of his fights. Been going to a lot of decisions. Got beat by Figueiredo. And I think Peyton Talbot beats Figueiredo right now, honestly. You kind of got some old guard in the bantamweight division right now. I mean, Rob Font has been there for a minute. Marlon Vera has been there for a minute. Davison Figueiredo has now been up here for a little while too. Eamon Zahabi is one of the newer bantamweights that's come in. So is Song Yadong. At least youth-wise, I know Song Yadong's been around in the UFC for a little bit, but youth-wise, young guys, old guard, I'm talking about, Rob Font, again, Marlon Vera. Some of these guys have been in bantamweight for a little bit, and unfortunately, I think are going to be getting down the rankings, which I have a lot of favorability towards Peyton Talbot now. It's the way he just beat Henry Cejudo, because I feel like Henry Cejudo would have beat a lot of these guys in that, below the top 5 over here. So I think Rob Font would be a great matchup for Peyton Talbot next, and it's not crazy. Number 12 versus number 11 boosts him up. The UFC will probably want to give him a sizable matchup next, so I think Rob Font is the most approachable, best way to go as far as that situation. David Martinez is a little bit newer, 13-1, but that could still be a good youth versus youth kind of fight. Mario Batista as well, coming off of a loss to Umar Nurmagomedov. Wouldn't it be terrible for him to fight Peyton Talbot either. Marlon Vera, they might give him Marlon Vera, because Marlon Vera again is a winnable matchup. Kind of just play like how Peyton Talbot and or can kind of play how Sean O'Malley and Marlon Vera played out, but maybe Peyton Talbot finishes him this time, or finishes Marlon Vera instead. I don't know. Eamon Zahabi too. That's a really approachable matchup. I mean, he did beat these guys. These are really close fights. These are really, really close fights, and I don't know. I got to go with the striking of Peyton Talbot over Eamon Zahabi. So he has a lot of winnable matchups. If I'm going to be, even Davison Figueiredo, if he's able to stuff the takedowns and just even take down Davison Figueiredo himself and demoralize him like he did Henry Cejudo, man, we got a lot of good matchups for him here. I do think Song Yudong would be a little bit too much for him right now. I think Corey Sandhagen would be a little bit too much for him right now as well. Sean O'Malley would be a cool fight if that does end up happening. If Payne Talbot gets like one more and Sean loses his next one, that is definitely going to be the next fight to make for them. Right now, Sean O'Malley is going to fight Song Yudong, number 3, number 5. That kind of does leave Corey Sandhagen open for a fight like that, but man, I think Corey would just be too much for him right now. I think Corey would have beaten Henry Cejudo, maybe not as viciously, but kind of a little bit more dominantly. If that makes any more sense, I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, well, let's just say I think Corey Sandhagen would have maybe done a little bit better than Payne Talbot against Henry Cejudo. That's just my opinion, though. I could be wrong. But yeah, I think Corey Sandhagen would be a bit too much, but some sick striking definitely would happen. Some sick striking. I think Corey would completely just go for grappling, though. I don't think he would fuck around on the feet for too much with Payne Talbot, especially if he started getting pieced up. He would definitely take him down and stick to that, unlike Henry Cejudo. Which I should have seen in hindsight, like Henry Cejudo saying, "Yeah, this is gonna be my retirement fight. This is the last one," and stuff. I should have been like, "Damn!" So he doesn't give a fuck if he wins or like what happens, honestly. So should have played that as a factor into picking Payne Talbot over Henry Cejudo. Umar Nurmagomedov and Merab Dvalishvili, we want to keep away from Payne Talbot. All right, these matchups we do not want to have for Payne Talbot. In best case scenario, Payne Talbot would fight someone like Corey Sandhagen, beat him, and then fight for a championship. They would probably do some shit like that, to be completely honest, because they really want to push Payne Talbot. But yeah, no, a lot of exciting matchups for Payne Talbot now that he's in that top area of the bantamweight division, and I'm very excited for what they can end up doing with him, and I hope he does good. I hope he ends up proving himself, and yeah. But since we're kind of talking about rankings and all that stuff and matchups, let's talk a little bit about this. Put headphones on for this.
He's going to have to work his way back. I don't give a shit. I know Tom said, I haven't...
Good. Big long runway for his
I wouldn't say that he's the odd man out, He had an opportunity, and you guys know how that played out, and he's going to have to work his way back. I don't give a shit what the number says. He's going to have to work his way back. There's just too much goes into this for those type of things to happen. We had a little... we were talking back in my room tonight, and we were talking about, all the crazy shit that's happened over the last 20-something years. But you can't do that. You can't get the opportunity, and then it can't end that way. So he's got to work his way back.
Good. Yeah.
Oh, man, absolutely brutal for Arman Tsarukyan here. Definitely not in favor of Dana White right now. And to be completely honest, yes, Arman Tsarukyan, he is number 1 right now. The problem is all of the crap and controversy he has done. Punching a fan in the face for flipping him off at UFC 300, to the supposed back injury. And a lot of people, if so many people are saying that this is questionable, and a lot of people are saying they think it was because he didn't want to make weight. I'm starting to lean towards he just didn't want to make the weight. Whatever back injury, whatever was holding him back, he didn't want to make the weight. I think that's what we can all come to a conclusion on for the most part. So many people are saying it. I'm ready to just go with it, honestly. So because of that, you got a stupid comment right here. I'm pretty sure Arman got his title fight in January. It's not the UFC's fault he decided to pull out the night before. Correct. It's Arman Tsarukyan's fault. He pulled out the night before. I know if he did have this back injury, I know you don't want to fight compromised, but at the same time too, man, if you knew you had this issue, you can't be going into a title fight then. I don't know what to tell you. You gotta that's when you gotta give the replacement a chance. And yeah, they had to pull in Moicano real quick to save that event. Arman Tsarukyan is definitely deserving, but a lot of the controversies and crap he's done definitely does not help his case at all. And it's like, Arman, you need to behave yourself. You need to behave yourself. Be a good little boy and listen to what Dana says and what the UFC says and do what you're told. You know, people are gonna be like, he's not like that. You shouldn't have to listen to him. Well, I mean, you get paid more and you get more favor when you do what the UFC says. I mean, look at Paddy Pimblett right now. He's getting the interim championship because he's been showing up and putting on great shows and, you know, talking his shit and walking it. I don't know what to tell you. And Paddy made a good point saying, like, turn down the Gamrot fight, someone that he lost to. Like, I would immediately jump on a fight to someone who I've lost to. And it's true. Should have fought Gamrot when he had the chance. Sit out of the sport for 18 months, essentially. And then, that's just a lot of time off. There's been a lot of other people that have been fighting and making their way up the rankings. His last fight before that was UFC 300. And they were already on, like, UFC, you know, this was a fight night this year, but we're already on UFC 324 next, or 325, I believe. I don't know. 324, 325, one of those things. But we're already on UFC 324, man. That's 24 events that we're on to now. And Arman Tsarukyan, too, headbutting Dan Hooker. You can't do that. You can't do things that could potentially cost you a main event spot. So I think it's the unreliableness from Arman Tsarukyan, which is a big part of it. And you can't blame the UFC too much, man. Like, you really can't. I know Arman Tsarukyan is definitely deserving, but when he's been untrustworthy and unreliable, it's just kind of their get back at him a little bit for being like, oh, you want to fucking cancel the day of you're supposed to fight, you're gonna fucking pull out? Okay. Yeah. Oh, you're not gonna fight for 18 months? All right, cool. Fight Dan Hooker and beat him? All right, cool. Good for you on that, but you're not getting any favors. And yeah, no, he's gotta do a lot to get back on the favor with the UFC. And I don't think that Arman is gonna try to do that. I think he's gonna try to keep resisting even more and even talk more shit, spark more controversy with Dana. I can imagine something like that. But if he's smart, he'll shut his mouth. He'll do what he's told. He will fight another fight, and he'll get back to that championship. If he's as good as he says he is, he's getting that championship belt. Okay, so don't worry, Arman Tsarukyan fans. Just gotta take a little bit more time. Don't worry. Like me personally about it, yes, Arman Tsarukyan is deserving. He is number one, but at the same time, I see the point of view of him fucking shit up and being a nuisance, like, where it's like, you're gonna, I don't like it. And I would say the same thing about John Jones. I'd say the same thing. I don't like his favorability he gets for, you know, getting entire events moved to a different state because he's got steroids popping up on his tests and stuff, you know. So crazy that John Jones gets away with it and Arman Tsarukyan can't, but whatever. John Jones has fought multiple championships and Arman Tsarukyan hasn't. So anyways, moving on to this as well. This is kind of a little bit of a side thing. This happened a while ago, 20 hours. It's been really been talked about for the most part, but people seem to really be getting on Jamal Hill, saying he's taking L's, he should keep his girl in check, he's such a massive bitch in the end. And this was I got to be honest, like, she's a professional fighter, right? Whatever happened between her and Jamal Hill's girlfriend, like, that, he's got to protect her, like, this is a professional fighter here. You can't, I don't know the whole exchange or whatever, but at the end of the day, like, if Joanna's in her and is getting into a fuss with my girlfriend or whatever, I'm protecting my girlfriend too. Like, I'm like, don't fucking get close or fucking touch her. Like, I don't want you to fucking fight a former women's world champion. Like, You know, this is a professionally trained MMA fighter versus a street level civilian. So, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a little bit on the side of Jamal Hill. Like, don't touch my girl, or I wouldn't say knock you the fuck out, but I will defend. I'll definitely will defend her. I'll push you away. I'll maybe give you like a little side kick or something, or like, you know, a teep kick, maybe a front kick to the face, maybe a little front kick to the face. Not really, but I would definitely be, pushing him away. Don't fucking touch. Don't touch a person who's never trained combat before. Whatever the argument, whatever the fight is, whatever the disrespect is, Joanna should 100% be the bigger person and walk away and like, whatever. I don't care what you say, anyways. I'm one of the best women's fighters of all time, which she is. So yeah. This is the context from Fights 1, Show 2. Joanna had allegedly been aggressive to Hill's partner and was restrained by security. So, I mean, yeah, whatever was said by Jamal Hill's wife, look, we need to get out of this. I feel like there's just so many people in the world that are like, oh, you disrespected me? I'm going to kill you. I'm going to beat you up, beat your ass. Like, I wish people could be way more chill and just like, yeah, I mean, if someone disrespects me or disrespects my girlfriend, I'm not going to be entirely happy about it, but I would never want to physically fight someone over words, over air in the wind, essentially. Oh, your mom is a whore, your mom is a bitch ass, whatever, your girlfriend sucked my dick the other day, whatever insults or anything you could say, I wouldn't give a fuck. It's not worth my time. Insults like that just aren't worth my time, and they just breeze over me. Just breeze over me like the wind. And I don't care. Genuinely I don't care. I'm not gonna fight anyone over any sort of insults. And I understand it's different for MMA fighters, respect, all that stuff. I mean, what else is he supposed to say to the boogie woman? I mean, yeah, Hill should have had break her face. Yeah, exactly. Should have had break her face. Just fucking crush you on his skull. Don't touch my girlfriend. Oh my goodness. Oh jeez. What the fuck is this gif? But yeah, no, people say bro keeps taking L's. Why'd you insulting a woman? But yeah, no, it's like, I think a lot of people too understand, like, hey, this is a UFC fighter talking about beating a civilian. You shouldn't be doing that. But yeah, anyways, thank you for watching. That is my video for you guys today. Lots of fun, exciting stuff. We got one more UFC event, guys, and then we are on a UFC break for a while. I'm going to be very sad. I'm going to try to keep up with the videos as much as I can, of course, during this drought. I do want to go over some old UFC events, do like a review of them, do UFC 1 through 10, and kind of just work my way up, maybe make it a little series or whatnot. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching and have a splendid day.
To me.